Hello, and welcome back to Lately Fashionable. It is September 30th, which means that Halloween is exactly a month away. I'm not panicking, you're panicking. I'm actually not panicking. I feel like I'm in decent shape, which probably means that I'm going to be sewing until 1 a.m. the night before, but here's hoping I can start strong and keep momentum going. I have given myself a leg up this year in that I am not constructing all of our costumes from scratch. In fact, I am constructing very little. Maybe I should tell you what we're going to be first. I say we because we are once again doing a family group costume. I had a lot of fun last year making us the Bluey family, and I think my kids enjoyed that too. My husband is a good sport. He was along for the ride. But this year, we are going to do the Fantastic Four. We all went to see Fantastic Four First Steps after my husband and I previewed it to make sure the kids would be fine watching it. We all loved it. And I thought a Fantastic Four group costume would be a lot of fun, but there's a bit of a twist. Nobody's going to be the Thing. My husband really wanted to be the Thing, but that didn't sound as fun to me. That sounded like a lot of work. I could do it. I could get him a sweatshirt and cover it with paper mache and paint it, but I don't have that kind of time. So I'm going to buy him a blue sweater and paint his temples gray, and he's going to be Mr. Fantastic. And it's going to be great. I will be Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman. Our son will be Johnny Storm, the Human Torch. He's very excited. And our daughter will be the Silver Surfer. She is also very excited. I'm really warm and slightly frazzled at the moment because I just spent the last half hour running around my house gathering up all of the materials that I have already purchased so that I can show you where I'm starting. But I found everything, finally. So let me show you what I got. So to start, I went on ThreadUp. This is not sponsored, but ThreadUp, if you want to sponsor me, I'm available. I went on there and looked for blue sweaters for myself and my son because they have kids' clothes as well as women's clothes. They don't have men's clothes, unfortunately. I would love it if they did men's clothes, but they don't currently. Once again, ThreadUp, call me. I have ideas. Anyway, I got this sweater for me. I really like it. And I got this sweater for my son, and I'm going to make circle 4 logos and stitch them on. Should be easy. Are these blues the same color? No, they are not. But we're gonna live with it. I think I'm just gonna have him wear blue jeans. I don't have anything specific for his lower half. For me, I'm gonna wear my sweater with my blue pencil skirt. Now, are these blues the same color? No, they are not. But are they close enough that it's not going to bother me to wear them together? No, they are not. I'm going to do it anyway, though, because I don't feel like sourcing or making another garment, or sourcing fabric for another garment. It's going to be good enough. It's a Halloween costume. It's going to be good enough. I got these fabulous boots, also on ThreadUp. Very excited about these. And I got myself a blonde wig. I'm not going to try it on and show you right now because my hair looks really good today and I don't want to mess it up. Then for my daughter, I was so excited. I found this on ThreadUp in her size, silver spandex long-sleeved unitard. Exactly what I needed. I had been looking on a dancewear website for this exact thing. Didn't think I would find it on ThreadUp. Wasn't looking for it on ThreadUp. I think I searched for silver gloves and this popped up. And I was like, wait, that's what I need. That's in her size. So now I don't have to buy one new from the dance place and then have her wear it once and never again. I suppose I could have sold it to thread up when I was done. That hadn't occurred to me. But it occurred to the mom of whoever wore this for their dance recital. Yay, I love reusing things. Also found these silver shoes, which are going to fit her for another 30 seconds approximately, but we'll make it work. And then I think she'll just wear gray socks to bridge the gap between the unitard and the shoes. Like I said, I want to find her silver gloves. If I can't find them, I might try to make them, because I also have silver spandex fabric. Is it the exact same silver? No, but once again, is it close enough that it won't bother me? No. But oh well. I'm going to use this to make some sort of cowl to cover her head. I don't know what I'm going to do about her face yet. I might make it cover as much of her face as I can. I know I don't want to paint her face silver, but maybe I can do like gray face paint with some sparkles. I don't know. That's a later problem. Anyway, I bought, I think, 2 yards of this, so I would have enough to also cover her scooter and make a silver surfboard for her scooter so she can scooter around. I'm really excited about this. I think it's going to be so much fun. Then for my son, to make him go from Johnny Storm to the Human Torch, I bought this lovely yellow-orange organza, and I'm going to make him a flame-shaped cape. It's going to be very big, loose, and airy. I think it's going to tie to maybe his wrists and elbows and around his neck, maybe with a hood. I haven't entirely worked that out yet. And because this is polyester, I'm going to melt the edges with fire to make a flame cape. And then I've got all this polyester satin in various warm tones, which I'm going to cut into more flame shapes, melt those edges, and attach them very loosely all over. So it's just gonna look like he's covered in flames. He's very excited about it. I'm very excited about it. It's gonna be fun. I also got some iridescent organza to see if I can do something with Sue Storm's, force field effect. I don't know, maybe just like keep it in a big ball and throw it. I don't know. That one is still in the planning stages. We'll see. And like I said, for my husband, I'm just going to buy him a blue sweater. It's probably not going to match either my sweater or my son's sweater, but it'll be blue. We'll each have a 4 logo on our chest, so it'll be somewhat cohesive, but really these costumes are going to work individually as well as together, I hope. So I don't have that much to do. Like I said, I'm not making any garments from scratch. I do want to make the white parts of our sweaters, and I think I'm going to sacrifice this old white sweater that I've had for years and I don't really wear anymore. I think I'm just going to cut it up and make the yoke for my sweater and for my son's sweater. I don't know. I'll figure it out. So yeah, that's it. I think I'm going to start on the patches. I think I'll do that first. I've got more polyester satin in cool tones, so I should be able to find a blue that will go with each of our sweaters. Hopefully I can find one blue that will work with both, or all 3. Maybe I should wait until my husband's sweater gets here. Maybe I should go order my husband's sweater. I'm probably going to buy it online. Okay, I'm going to go do something. I'll check back with you in a couple days, probably. Okay, it's time to get serious about the Halloween costumes. It is Monday, Halloween is Friday. I want this video to come out on Thursday. That one may not happen, but I am committed to finishing these costumes so they are wearable for trick-or-treating. So, let's take a look at where we are. I ordered a sweater for my husband. It is, of course, not the same color as my sweater or my son's sweater, but that's okay. We are going to unify the 3 different sweaters with the number 4 logo, which we will all have. And I have printed out the logo that I screenshotted from, just a Google image search. And I reversed the colors so that I could save some ink. And I'm going to, I think, spray adhesive adhere the numbers to the back of the fabric and then cut them out, and then I should be able to peel off the paper and then stick the number on the circle. These are just cut from stiff white felt, and I used spray adhesive to attach some nice shiny polyester satin and then cut them out. And once I get the 4s on, I'm going to machine embroider satin stitch around the outlines of the 4s, and also do at least a circle all the way around the edge, and possibly also one like a 1/4 inch in from the edge. We'll see if I decide to get really fancy, and I should also do these white lines if I have time. And I'm going to use the same navy satin for the 4s for all 3 sweaters, so that even if the sweaters are different colors, the logos are going to be the same, and I think they coordinate well enough that it's going to work. This one is a little bit, like, it's not exactly in the right color family, but I am so past caring, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, these 3 are done. Don't they look gorgeous? I am a little obsessed. Yes. So now I'm working on my sweater, and I understand that this looks a little crazy, but I was checking to make sure that the hem edge, which is you know, nicely finished off. The hem edge of this sweater that I'm going to cut up and turn into the white parts of my sweater and my son's sweater, that it actually fits across my shoulders, and it does. That's what the back looks like. So I think I can measure up to the nape of my neck. Is that what it's called in the front, or is that only at the back? Anyway, I can measure up to my collarbone and cut, you know, with seam allowance, and extra just in case. Cut this and make a ring that will go around my shoulders, and then I think that's about the height I want. It's gonna be right side up, so I'm gonna cut the bottoms of the sleeve off because this also has a nice finished hem edge. I don't want to do any extra work, and I'm also thinking I might not actually attach this to the blue sweater. I might just keep it as a separate sort of cowl that I put on over top of the blue sweater, because this is like just the way I'm wearing it right now. It's staying, it's not, you know, flipping up, it's not coming off, and it's not like I'm going to be doing anything strenuous. I'm going to be either handing out candy or taking my kids trick-or-treating, whoever wins the coin toss in my house. My husband and I will split up the duties. So I'm going to cut the bottoms off of the sleeves, about that much, and then unpick the seams and sew the two sleeves together to make the turtleneck. It should be big enough. I haven't measured how much this stretches, but I mean, clearly it stretches quite a bit because this is the hem edge and it's around my shoulder. It should be fine. It should be fine. I have confidence that it will be fine. I'm gonna take this off, it's warm. Okay, here's what I finished last night. This is my husband's sweater. Got the 4 on there. Oh, it looks so good. This is my son's. Is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh, I can't stand it. I love it so much. Oh. And he's really excited too. He got to see it this morning and he needed to try it on immediately. I told him he couldn't wear it to school, but that's okay. He'll wear it to school on Friday, and then I will add the flame cape for trick-or-treating. I'm so pleased. Let me show you mine real quick. So here's where I got to with the cowl. Like I said, I'm going to attempt to make the turtleneck from the hems of the sleeves. I may need to taper the shoulders in more, but I might be able to just leave it. We'll see. And then here's my patch, which needs to be sewn on, obviously. But yeah, really pleased with how this is looking. Oh, I love it. I'm really excited. Also, I didn't talk about this yesterday, but I did take out all of the flame-shaped pieces of polyester satin that I cut out however long ago that was. And I cut out some more because I had a lot of orange and red, but not much yellow. And I pressed all of them. So here they are, all nice and flat and stacked up on my ironing board. I have the least amount of red, which I think is appropriate. I think I want the most orange, and then yellow next most. So I'm pretty happy with the amount that I have here. And now that they're nice and flat, I need to go ahead and start melting the edges so that I can then attach them to the cape, which I also need to cut out and melt the edges of that. I could also be working on my sweater, but since it is a turtleneck sweater and my hair is looking really nice today, I don't want to make that and try it on a bunch of times and mess up my hair. So, gonna hold off on that. So the Silver Surfer needs a surfboard, right? So what we have is my daughter's scooter and a bunch of scrap cardboard and 2 yards of this lovely silver spandex fabric, which I figure I can make a cardboard surfboard, cover it with the silver metallic spandex, and just sort of lay it on top of the scooter, and also make like a sleeve to cover the pole and handlebar of the scooter so that it will also be silver and will blend into the rest of the ensemble. I have a very loose plan, and this only needs to hold up for trick-or-treating, right? She only needs to like scoot around the neighborhood a little bit. It's a prop. It's not going to be for street racing. So I plan to make the surfboard in several layers of cardboard and sandwich them together with wood glue, which when it dries should help hold the surfboard really firmly together because it's wood glue and it dries really like hard and secure. I'm gonna have to figure out how to get it around the pole. You know what, let's just get started. Okay, so Halloween is tomorrow. I did not have a chance to work on anything today. I had other stuff going on, and then I took a nap. And then I had to get my kids and make supper and carve pumpkins. So it's now 10:30 p.m. And let's focus on the positives. Let's look at what I have finished. My husband's sweater, his entire costume is done. This is all I had to do. Make the logo and sew it on. I sewed it on by hand. Obviously I did the same with my son's. And I've got the white stripes down of both of his sleeves. They do not go all the way to the cuff, but this sweater is actually a little bit big for him. So I'm just going to turn the cuffs up. That'll be fine. And it's most important that his is done because he gets to wear this to school tomorrow. My daughter does not get to wear her costume to school. They go to different schools. It's a whole thing. Anyway, he's going to wear his sweater and just regular blue jeans. I still need to make the cape. I have the logo for my sweater. That's done. Need to attach it to my sweater. Need to finish the cowl. But the good news is I don't care what my hair looks like today, and also it's the end of the day, so I can try on the turtleneck and make sure it's going to fit. So I can work on that now. Oh, I bought just some plain gray gloves for my daughter. Like I said, I need to make my son's cape. These are all of the flames that I have finished. And if possible, I also need to finish the surfboard. Here it is. It worked. It's pretty rigid. It's not flimsy or floppy at all. It should work. I have some doubts about whether or not attaching it to the scooter is a good idea. And I also might not have time to do that. So I might just give her the surfboard to walk around with. That seems like it would be a much safer option. I can like pose her with the surfboard for some pictures. We just won't get like action shots of her riding around on it, which admittedly would be cooler, but this month really got away from me. Halloween always comes faster than I am prepared for. But I should stop talking to the camera and get some work done. Okay, here we go. Okay, so here's how this is looking. I put the ends of the sleeve together, sewed up those side seams, and it went over my head very easily. So here's hoping that that stretchiness will be retained when I have seamed these two pieces together. I think the neck is a little too... yeah, that's better. It was a little too tall. It is making me anxious. I don't like things up around my neck. So it's a good thing I'm only going to be wearing this for a couple of hours for trick-or-treating. And I think that is also solidifying for me that I am going to keep this as a separate piece and just put it on over the blue sweater. I'm not actually going to attach it in any way. That way, if it's really bothering me, I can just take it off and I'll still have the blue sweater. It'll still have the 4 on it. It'll be fine. Now I do want to keep the finished edge up at the top. So I'm going to shorten it probably about an inch here. I think that will be good enough. Okay, I've got to go to bed. I will resume work in the morning. Okay, it's Halloween morning, T-minus 6 hours until trick-or-treating. I've got a second cup of coffee and I'm raring to go. I do think I am just going to cover the surfboard in the silver fabric and let my daughter carry it around. I don't think I'm going to attempt the scooter because I have so little time left and I don't want to endanger her. That's the main thing. I did go ahead and glue this stack of cardboard inserts together, which I had cut out with the intention of setting it on the board of the scooter itself and then attaching the surfboard on top somehow. But this glue is nowhere near dry and this would not be stable. So I'm going to scrap this idea entirely and just make the surfboard silver, and that's it. It's not going to be functional, it'll just be a static prop. And then I need to make her hood. I have a hood that I made for her last year just for keeping her ears warm in the winter, covering her head and neck very efficiently with one garment. I did try this back on her this morning to check the fit of it, and it is really good. It's pretty snug around the face opening, and I believe it covers her hairline. So I'm going to use this as a pattern for the silver one. I have been procrastinating working on anything silver spandex related because I am very intimidated by that fabric. I don't use stretch fabric in my own sewing like ever, and this is metallic and I feel like it's gonna show any mistake. But fortunately I have 2 yards, so I should be able to fix any issues that arise. I'm going to cut out the surfboard cover first because that will take the most fabric. This will take very little. Yeah, so let's do that. Okay, I'm pretty excited about this. This looks really cute. Oh, he's gonna love this. Yes. You guys look so cool. Well, so much for having the video out before Halloween. I should have known that was a pipe dream, but you know, best laid plans. So overall, I'm very happy with the group costume. I do wish I had spent a bit more time finessing my daughter's, especially her hood. I really just ran out of time to finish it. I should have put elastic around the face and some sort of closure at the neck so that it would stay closed. I ended up just tucking it into the neck of her unitard, which worked, you know, for like 10 seconds at a time, and then I would have to tuck it back in. I think we might go to another event and wear them as a group for a costume. That would give me more time to do a better job of making my daughter's hood, possibly also making hair, or what would stand in for hair, which I had wanted to do, but like I said, really ran out of time. And I would like to do a better job on her face paint, not maligning my husband's face paint skills, but neither of us are makeup artists. We did just a gray base and then some white highlights sort of blending in, and then I tried to use glitter that came with the face paint kit to sort of hit the areas that would get the most light, and that didn't really stick, so I ended up with more glitter on my floors than on my daughter's face, but what can you do? When we wear these costumes again, because I definitely want to wear them again, I will follow a makeup tutorial for doing actual metallic look face paint. But you know, it worked for trick-or-treating. It was good enough. People did think she was the Tin Man, but also she wasn't carrying the surfboard around, so that might have helped. Also would have gotten in her way, so we just took some pictures of the two of them because they were very cute together, and they had a lot of fun, and I had a lot of fun. I do love Halloween. It's a great holiday. It's so much fun as a mom. even though it's a lot of work and exhausting. Which is why this video is a week after Halloween. But what can you do? If you enjoyed this chaotic mess of a video, feel free to give me a like, and if you want to see more chaotic messes of videos, definitely subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye! I don't know if we had like a dog or something who could dress him up as the thing, but that's not happening. Oh, it's warm. I'm gonna change my battery. And I've looked up a tutorial. Oh, you'll have to excuse me, I just choked on air.